It's an epic adventure, one for the ages, as 4 OG food fighters, each with an extensive eating resume, come together from across the nation to combine their food fighting efforts against this giant 25-pound burger monstrosity. And we're getting started right now.
1, 2, 3. Boom! All right.
Oh man, it's time. Time for the big eating event. And what you are witnessing right now is quite the gathering of eaters who combined have over 40 years of food challenge experience. So needless to say, there are no pushovers in this lineup. And of course, you've got the big man himself, Randy Santel, or in this particular case, maybe Randy Santier. But he was the reason that we were all here, to help him hopefully achieve his milestone of reaching 1,000 food challenge wins. And let me tell you, that is quite a feat. Then we also have Natter, aka Freak Eating, who I've been doing a few food challenges with in the past few days. And then last but not least, we have Ramsey, the Mantis Hilton, who is someone I've known about for years, but I think this was actually the first time I'd be sharing the table with him. And even though we'd be on the opposite ends of that table, I was still very much looking forward to the team up.
Okay. All right, a minute and a half, now we can eat.
And the only thing more impressive than our combined food fighting powers is the colossal food monstrosity that we would be facing off against. Because this burger, it's incredibly massive. And even once I started to get my portion of the burger once time started, I was still in such awe in the sheer size of this thing. But once I got to my bearings, it was time to get after it. And for this giant 25-pound burger challenge, one that definitely defines what a food monstrosity is, it is located at Canuck's, and for this particular challenge, we're at their Memphis, Tennessee location, and we are taking on their Humonga Kookamunga Burger Challenge, aka the biggest freaking burger I've ever seen in my life. And here's the thing, I'm actually well aware of this place, since it was on one of the first episodes of Man vs. Food. And also, this restaurant offers a solo and a 2-person burger challenge. Matter of fact, before we started, there was another food fighter, Kyle, who was taking on their solo burger challenge before we were starting ours. But once they brought out that behemoth of a burger out, it was time to focus up because it was game time. I'm not gonna lie, there was a certain degree of intimidation this thing had, with its 12-pound beef burger patty, tons of American cheese slices, and like over 3 pounds of vegetables including tomatoes, red onions, and pickles, which by the way, there were both pickle slices inside the burger and whole pickles on top of it as well. All of that is sandwiched in between 9 pounds of bun. Yeah, that's right, 9 pounds of bun, which is freshly baked just for the challenge. And that's probably what I thought was most frightening about this thing, just seeing how thick all that bun was. But Randy didn't seem to be too concerned about it, seeing as he was drinking beer before the challenge, which I could be wrong, but I don't remember seeing anything about that in the win before you begin playbook. Also, I just gotta point out, he still hasn't got over his crippling addiction. Anyways, for this battle, we had 1 hour to finish the entire burger. If we were able to do so, we would get the $99 meal for free, a free shirt, and of course, our pictures up on their wall of fame. Now overall, I do think this is a pretty fair challenge, but it's definitely not an easy one, seeing as before our attempt, only 2 other teams had successfully completed this challenge. Now would we become the third? As the big man to my right used to say,
Hoping to dominate this challenge? Will I? Guess you'll have to wait and see. Will I look like a cotton-headed ninny muggins? Or will I glide through the challenge like Chaz and Michael Michaels? I guess you'll have to just wait and find out.
oh man, that always cracks me up. If something was gonna slow me down during this food challenge, it would be the sheer quantity of food. Definitely not the quality, because here at Canuck, they're not cutting corners or anything like that when it comes to the quality of the food. Starting with that burger patty, I mean, for as big as that thing was, I don't think I could have asked for it to be cooked much better. So I have to say, fantastic job by everyone in the kitchen. And I'd probably make a comment about how great the cheese was too, but honestly, I didn't really taste it, like at all. Because as I was just shoving a ton of vegetables in with every bite, and between all the roughage from the lettuce and the stronger flavors from like the pickles and the onions, the cheese really had no chance to stand out. But regardless, I thought it was a fantastic burger overall. Now there's a reason why I didn't want to talk too much about the bun up to this point. And that's simply because I spent a decent amount of time on it. Because getting through all that bread, it was certainly a challenge all by itself. It was definitely a workout on my jaw. But you know what? For as much bun as there was, it's one of the better buns I've had for a food challenge. I'm telling you, it was definitely up there. It was so soft and fluffy, and it had this certain quality to it, where I pretty much enjoyed it the entire time, which was a pleasant surprise. And if they can make a big old burger like this taste good, I have no doubt that they are serving top-notch burgers here on the regular, challenge or not, regardless of the portion size. So up to this point, the team had been making some great progress, and things were looking good for the most part. But I had noticed that the team morale, well, it seemed like it could use a boost, especially Randy. Now could the big man be feeling the effects of that entire stein of beer he had before the challenge? Well, who knows? But this magician right here, he had a little trick up his sleeve, something he had been keeping secret, waiting for the right opportunity. And that moment, it was soon approaching.
You good?
Yeah. Got some rice in the back.
I don't know.
Any inspiration? Let's go, guys. You're almost done.
Oh! I totally forgot that he had one of my shirts. That is cool. Thank you.
That's right. Let's go. Busting out the surprise wardrobe, baby. We're almost at the finish line, so it's time to power through and finish this epic eating quest. And with the team invigorated once again, and the crowd continuing to applaud and cheer us on, we pushed on, making it to our last bites of food, and each of us using our last piece of bread as a toast to finish off this monumental eating event.
Challenge domination. Thank you guys all for being here and part of the team.
Thank you. Yeah!
We all good?
Yep, all good. Good job, Randy.
That's what I'm talking about. 35-55 for the OG team to take down the biggest burger I've ever seen in my life. Congrats to the other eaters as well, including Natter, aka Freak Eating, Ramsey, the Mantis Hilton, and of course, the big man himself, Mr. Randy Santel. This was such an epic way to set, achieve, and celebrate his 1000th win. And it was an honor to be a part of it. And also to have the privilege to share the table with these fantastic food fighters as well. And of course, if you enjoyed watching this epic eating event, the fun times, they don't have to stop now. So embark on another video, and I'll see you there.